Perfect. So welcome along, everyone. I'm really glad to see you back again. Well done for coming back to yoga. Hopefully you're starting to feel the benefits a little bit. Gold star as well on a Saturday morning, so really well done. Okay, so make sure you've got enough space around you, okay? Make sure you get away from any distractions, have a drink beside you. I'm gonna apologize now, my voice is kind of going, as you can hear. So if I start coughing, you guys carry on, try and ignore it as much as I can, okay? So we're gonna start seated on our mat today. If you've got a couple of cushions nearby, grab them. So anything at all, if you've got pillows, cushions, grab them just to give you a little bit of height. If you've got yoga blocks, even better, but you don't need them. So whatever you can find. I know you swimmers are probably really flexible, so you don't need to worry about this too much. But if your knees are coming off the ground, if you're finding that they're just not reaching and they're kind of hovering a little bit, it's going to tighten up your hip flexors. So really important, if you've got them, just place the cushions just under your knees, okay? We don't want to get tight hip flexors here. Okay, perfect. So find a position that's nice and comfortable for you. If you prefer to keep your legs out straight or keep them bent, that's fine. You can also do that. You're just going to place your hands just on your knees here. And let's lengthen through the spine, drawing the shoulders back. Good, and let's bring our focus back to our breathing. So as you inhale, lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, relax. Good, so we're just focusing on our breathing. Try and keep the breath in our nose if we can. Nice long inhale. And long exhale. Good. Inhale. As you exhale, soften your shoulders and relax. Good. Inhale. And exhale. So just taking this practice just to fully relax, switch off. Hopefully a little bit of relaxation after that WOD you did this morning. Good. So once you find a nice comfortable breathing pattern, let's try and stick to that throughout the whole class, okay? So nice deep inhale and soft exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, drop the chin down to our chest and relax here. Continuing with that breathing and just feeling a nice stretch down the back of the neck and down the spine here. Keeping that nice posture, so nice and long through the spine. Just breathing through the back of the neck. Good, on your next inhale, let's roll our chin towards our right shoulder. And as you exhale, drop the chin down to our chest. Good, as you inhale, turn to the left shoulder. And as you exhale, drop the chin back down. Good, inhale, right shoulder. Exhale, soften the chin down. Inhale, left shoulder. Exhale, dropping down. Good, now we're going to come into a full rotation with the head. So keeping it really nice and slow. Get all those cracks out the neck. Good, and back the opposite way. Good, and bring your head back to center. Nice job. As you inhale here, let's reach your hands up to the sky. As you exhale, interlock your hands and push your hands up to the sky. Good. We're just going to gently sway from side to side as we breathe. So keeping it nice and slow. So you can feel that nice stretch right through the sides of our body. This is called our palm tree. Nice job. And on your next exhale, let's break our hands apart. Bring our right hand down to the floor and reach over with our left. Good. As you inhale, reach. Exhale, soften our shoulder. Inhale, turn our chest up to the sky slightly. And as you exhale, relax back down, coming back to center. Good. Inhale, reach the hand over. Exhale, soften the shoulder. Inhale, reach. As you exhale, soften the shoulder. Good. On your next inhale, rotate the chest up to the sky. And as you exhale, coming back to center. Good. Inhale, raise our hands up again, pull up from the hips. And as you exhale, bring the left hand to right knee and look over our right shoulder. So we're in our gentle twist. As you breathe in, lengthen from the spine, so as if someone was pulling from the top of their head. And as you exhale, rotate the shoulder. Inhale. And exhale. Twist even further if you can. Good. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, twisting slightly deeper. And slowly coming back to center. Good. Let's do the same on the other side. So we inhale, reaching up. And as we exhale, bring your right hand to our left knee and looking over our left shoulder. Good. As we inhale, lengthen from the spine, really pulling up from the top of our head. Exhale, relax. Inhale. As you exhale, twisting slightly deeper. Inhale. And exhale. Good, and slowly coming back to center here. Good. So let's work through these hip flexors a little bit. So bringing your feet together, lengthen through the spine, draw the shoulders back. So we're nice and open from the chest, either holding onto our feet here or our knees, resting our chin just in line with the floor. Good. And we're going to flutter our knees. So see what feels good for you. You can either keep the knees moving just by fluttering them or keeping them still, okay? Now, if you've got hypermobility through the hips, you may not be able to feel this one, but don't worry, you will be stretched enough. Good. And if you're finding you want a little bit deeper through the stretch, you can come down onto your forearms here, but keep the shoulders back. So let's not round through the back. Keep the shoulders back, nice straight back. Good, and let's find our breath again. Excellent job. Let's take one more breath. Inhale. As you exhale, push back onto your hands. Good, and relax there. Perfect. So we're going to come into our turtle pose. You might have remembered this one from last week. So stepping forward with both feet, you're going to bring your hands underneath, place them on top of our feet here. Draw the shoulders back, so let's not round through the back, and then slowly bring the head towards the feet. So moving with the breath here. So as you inhale, you can relax. As you exhale, soften the head slightly closer to your feet here. Just see how you're feeling. You should feel this stretch right across the hips, the glutes, the legs, and through the back. So this is a really good one. Good, and just relaxing here. So try to keep the breath nice and slow. Not speeding it up. Nice long exhales. Excellent job. And slowly coming back up. Untangling your hands. Well done, guys. Good. So this next one, we're going to work into our hamstrings. Now, don't worry if your hamstrings are feeling tight. They do feel tighter in the mornings than they do later in the day, so don't worry. This isn't about reaching as far as we can, touching our toes. We just want to come to a comfortable position where we can feel a little stretch, but we're not forcing ourselves into it, okay? Because we're going to come back to these hamstrings. So as you inhale, let's reach the hands up, pull from the hips. So imagine you're pulling all the way up from your hips. As you exhale, fold from the hips first, and then you can roll the back down the legs. Good. So come to a comfortable position where your hands are reaching. You may only make it to your knees, your ankles, your feet, whatever it is. And we're going to move with our breath. So as you inhale, you can relax. And as you exhale, even put your head down a centimetre. Doesn't need to be too far, but try and walk the hands down slightly more. So as we inhale, relax. Exhale, fold down slightly deeper. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Long exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Dropping the head down slightly more. Good. Let's walk the hands back up the leg. Good. And relax there. Okay, so this next one, watch me first, okay? We've not done this one before. It's quite fun, but it can be dangerous if we're not doing it right, okay? So if you first watch me, we're going to come onto our back, okay? We're going to roll the legs up and place our hands just under our hips here, okay? So our elbows are tucked in nice and tightly, and our feet are in line with our eyes. So this is called our shoulder stand. Now, if I was to walk my elbows out, I would be a little bit more wobbly, but because my elbows are nice and tight, I don't wobble too much, okay? So this is step one. Step two is you're bringing your feet down, touching the back of the floor and bringing your hands down to the mat, okay? When we're coming out of this one, you tuck the knees in nice and tight and roll really slowly down, okay? Don't fall down, don't just drop the legs. We want to come down one vertebrae at a time, so really, really slow. Okay, give it a shot, guys. So we're on our back. We tuck our knees into our chest, roll the knees up and place the hands under the hips here. Have our feet in line with our eyes. Good. And then only if you like, you can drop the feet down behind us. Now, if our feet don't comfortably reach the mat and they're just hovering, just stay in your shoulder stand, okay? And then use the hands for a little bit of support. Now, if this is uncomfortable at all, just stay in the shoulder stand. Excellent, good. Good, Emily. Well done, guys. So when you're ready to come out of it, remember, tuck your knees in nice and tight and roll down the back one vertebrae at a time. Well done, good, Freya. Excellent job, guys, really good. Good. Once you come out of that one, let's do it one more time. So when you're ready, go for it. Again. So knees tucked in really tight, pushing up, placing the hands under our hips. So our feet are in line with our eyes, and then dropping the toes down and using the hands for a little bit of support, okay? If we find that our feet are just hovering, we can't quite reach the floor, just come back to the shoulder stand, so don't worry. Well done, good. So come out of that whenever you like, whenever you feel ready. So this is a really good one for the hamstrings and through the back, but if it feels tight and sore on the back, there's no point in going all the way into the plow, just stick in the shoulder stand, okay? Good, excellent job. Okay, so hopefully everyone's out of that. Let's just hug our knees into our chest, just to rest here, rocking from side to side like a mushroom, just giving our spine a nice massage. Good, you're going to drop your right leg out, so your right leg's going flat to the floor. You're going to bring your left knee over your right, coming into our deep twist. Stretching our hands out nice and wide. Good. So we should feel a really deep stretch right across the left side of our body. If we've got our cushions, you can place them onto your knee. Good. And if you'd like a little bit further, you can turn your head to look over your left shoulder. And we're just going to relax in this twist here. Good. So as you inhale, take the breath right along your left side. As you exhale, relax. Good. And just allowing our left shoulder just to fall into the mat. And nice and slowly turning your head back to center, lifting your leg up, and we're going to swap sides. So straighten out our left leg, bring our right knee into our chest, and then folding it over the left leg. Good. Allow that knee to fall into the ground. If it's not, place the cushion underneath. And then turning your gaze to look over our right shoulder. Good. As we're breathing in, really lengthen through the right side of your body. Exhale, relax. Good. And slowly let's turn back to center. Good. And when you're ready, rolling onto your side this time. Good. So we're going to rest on our forearm here. We're going to come into our gate pose. So with the right leg, you're keeping it bent, so we've got a little bit of support there. You're going to hold on to either your foot or the back of your leg, whatever one you feel comfortable with, okay? And you're going to lift that leg up to the sky. Now, if you're holding down here, that's fine. Holding up here, that's fine. Just try not to hold into the back of the knee, okay? Good. Wow, a lot of flexible people over there. Well done, good. So again, let's not overstretch it. So gradually we can pull the leg closer towards us, but we want to be able to hold it for the whole stretch. Good. Excellent job. Nice work. So if you're finding you're holding it up here and your knee's a bit bent, try and bring the legs straight, and you can hold onto the legs slightly lower. Excellent job. Okay, let's bend the knee and slowly come down. Flip onto your other side. And we're going to do the same again. So bending through the left leg, holding onto your foot here, and then stretch the leg out. Good. Now, if you can't reach the foot, please don't worry. Just hold on to the ankle or below the knee. Whatever is good for you. Good. I've never had a class as flexible as you guys, so well done. Excellent job. Okay, really nice job. Let's slowly bend the knee and drop the leg back down. Good. Pushing back up. We're going to come into our tabletop position now. Okay, so hopefully we're feeling a little bit more stretch. We're going to come into tabletop, okay? So placing our hands in line with our shoulders, our knees in line with our hips, and we're going to come into our cat-cow pose. So we did this one last week. This is a really important one for our spine. So we quite often forget our spine. So as you exhale, you're going to draw your belly button down and lift the head up And as you inhale, draw the belly button up and round to the top of the back. Good. Exhale. And inhale. So doing this in your own time, let's move with the breath. Moving one vertebrae at a time. Really, really slow. So it's much slower than probably what you're used to. But we're really trying to move one bit of the spine at a time. So each vertebrae, one at a time. Good. And you can tuck the chin tight to the chest each time. Really trying to get full range of movement here. Wake the spine up. Excellent job. And when you're ready, come back to center here. We're going to come into our melted heart pose. So walk your hands out. We're going to sink the hips back and bring our chin down to the mat. So we're getting a really nice stretch to our lats here and through our back. And as you exhale, you can allow the front of our body just to sink a little bit deeper into the mat as our hands start to loosen off. So this is another one that's really good for our streamline, or our extension, and our breaststroke. So this one's just really opening up through the lats. You want to hold this one a little bit longer. Nice job. And for the last few breaths, let's bring our hands in prayer position behind the head, just to get a little bit deeper through these lats. Good, and lower our hands back down. Let's walk our hands up. So we're coming right up onto our knees now. Good, so wiggle those hands, shake off those shoulders, good. So we're going to work a little bit into our feet. So bending our feet here, bring your toes underneath. And we're going to sit back in our heels. Now, if you've got any problems with your feet, any ankle problems, just come flat here. So don't come up onto your toes. Lengthen through the spine. So imagine someone's pulling from the top of our head. Open up our chest. And let's find our breath again. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. So we should be feeling a little bit of pressure for the feet now. It's okay. We just want to get a nice stretch here. So as you inhale, reach the hands above your head. And as you exhale, let's hold on to our elbows here and relax. Good. As you inhale, you can draw the elbows back slightly. And exhale, soften. Okay, so as we inhale, draw the elbows back, lift the hands, arms up. And as you exhale, relax. 2 more breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale. And as you exhale, let's break our hands apart, interlocking our fingers behind our back here. Good. So we're pulling our elbows back, keep the tummy tucked, lengthen through the spine. So we want a nice long neck here. Good. And as you inhale, really pull up through the spine. And as you exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades slightly more. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze a little bit deeper. Good. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Now either staying here or you do have the option, you can bring your head down to the mat and lift the hands up. Okay? Now be really careful with this one. If you find that you overstretch this one, you've got any hypomobility through the shoulders, just stay where you are or just be really careful we're not pushing the arms back too far. There's no point in forcing anything. Good, so just getting a nice stretch here. You may want to rock your head from side to side just to give your head a little massage. Good, and slowly raising back up. Well done, guys. Let's take those legs out, those feet out. Give them a little shake. They may feel a little bit sore now. Good, but we quite often forget about our feet. They always need a good stretch. Okay, well done. So this next one, we're raising back up onto our knees, but we're keeping our feet flat. Good. We're going to bring our right hand to our right heel now. If you've got any lower back problems, don't do this one. Come into our hair. So I'll show you what we're doing if we've got any sore backs. Reaching the hands out, bringing our knees nice and wide, okay? If we're fine, we're going to come into our half gate pose. So right hand to right heel. We're going to reach over with our left hand. So we're drawing it over the body. So we should feel a nice deep stretch right across the left side of our body. Good. As you inhale, reach. Exhale, relax. Good. Inhale. And exhale. So we should feel a nice stretch right across the side of our tummy as well. One more reach. Inhale. Good. As you exhale, drop the elbow down first and sit back down on the mat. Good. Excellent job. Let's do the same on the other side. So left hand to left heel. Reaching over with the right hand. Good. As you inhale, reach. Exhale, relax. Inhale. And exhale. Last breath. Inhale. Good. As you exhale, drop the elbow first and then sit back down on the mat. Good. Who thinks we can try the full gate pose? So that's with both hands. I think you guys are okay. I think you can do it. If you do have a sore back after that one, just come into our hair pose, okay? If you don't want to try this one, that's absolutely fine. First of all, we're bringing our hands to our heels, okay? And then we're slowly dropping the head down. So control it all the way down. We should be gazing over behind us. So just our chins coming up to the sky. Good, breathing here. So staying here, I'm going to show you how to get out. So you're just lifting your head first. Take your left hand off, right hand off, sit back down, okay? So come out of that whenever you're ready, but lift the head up really slowly first. Left hand, right hand, and then sit back down. Good, excellent job. So bring your two big toes together, knees out to the side. Let's reach your hands out in front of us, soften our head down to the mat. So this is our hair pose. This is a really good one if we've got any sore backs, or just to give our back a nice stretch. So we want to breathe through the back here. This is a really good one to feel where we've got tightness or tension. We want to bring the breath towards these areas. Excellent job. Let's take two more breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Good. And as you exhale, roll back up into tabletop. Great work, guys. Good. So tucking the toes under, we're going to push back into our downward dog. So remembering this one from last week, we want to have a nice straight line from the top of our head all the way to our tailbone. So if I was to come and rest some books on you, they should be nice and flat. And then you can walk the heels down to the mat. So keep your knees bent as much as you like. The main focus of this one is to get a nice stretch to the back. Okay? So don't worry too much about the legs. Good, and we're going to walk our hands in all the way to meet our feet, coming into our forward fold. Relaxing through the head, just allowing our knees just to be slightly bent if you like. So our hands are reaching the floor nice and comfortably. Good, as we inhale, bring our hands to our shins, open up through the chest, lengthen through the spine, this is our halfway lift. As you exhale, drop the hands back down. Good, as you inhale, let's roll all the way up to standing. And relax there, good. Okay, so let's make our way up to the top of the mat. Good. Open up through our palms. And let's bring the focus back to our breathing again. So we may have sped the breathing up a little bit. Let's bring it back. So it's nice and slow. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good, as you inhale, reach the hands above head. As you exhale, drop the hands all the way down to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, so placing our hands to our shins, length through the spine. Exhale, dropping our hands down. As we inhale, bring the left leg back. As you exhale, drop the knee down, untuck the toe, and let's look forward. Good. So we're in our low lunge here. We want to be nice and open through the chest. So if we've got a round back here, if we're finding it's quite tough to keep the shoulders back, you can use your pillows here and just place them under your hands. If you've got any yoga blocks, that's even better, okay? So we want to be nice and open through the chest. We're breathing nice and easily. And we're getting a nice stretch through the front of the left leg here, through our hips. Good. If we're finding we're not feeling too much, you can push the hips forward slightly, but make sure that knee doesn't go over the toes, okay? So if our knee's pushing and you can't see your toes anymore, bring it back slightly. So we want to always be able to see our toes. Good. So you're going to lift your right hand off the ground, place it in the inside of your foot now, and walk that foot out to your side slightly. Good. So we're feeling a little bit deeper through the hip now. Keep the shoulders back. Good. And now we've got the option either to stay here or come down onto our forearms, okay? If we're down on our forearms, our back should round slightly, that's fine. Good. We should just feel a really deep stretch to that right leg now. Don't let that knee fall out to the side, so keep it nice and tight beside you. Good. Let's focus on our breathing. I know this one's tough. Good. And slowly push back up onto our hands. Take the right hand back to the outside of the foot and walk the foot back into center. Excellent job. As we inhale, let's sweep our hands above our head. As we exhale, we're going to come into our angel wing. So draw the elbows down, pulling the shoulders back and open up through the chest. Inhale, reach up. As you exhale, dropping the hands back down. Good. Tuck that back toe under. You're going to draw the right heel to the left hip and coming into our pigeon pose. So this one, we've got our heel that's in line with our left hip. The back leg should be walking back. Good. Make sure we're not tipping now. So if we're finding we're really tipping to one side, you can pop a cushion just underneath. So we're nice and center. Good. And then you can come down onto your forearms here. Nice job, guys. Good. So this one's a really, really good stretch, especially for the legs and hips. Good. If you'd like to bring it a little bit further, you can reach your hands all the way out, bringing your head down to the floor. Just making sure we're not tipping to one side. Good, and just resting here. We're going to hold this one for a few more breaths. Excellent. Now pushing back up onto our hands. We're going to see if anyone can do this one. We did this one last week, okay? It's called the Mermaid Pose. So we're lifting our back leg up off the ground. This is step one. If you can manage to lift this off, that's great. If you can try and hold on with the left hand, even better. But don't worry if we can't quite manage this one, it's really tough. Excellent job, good. Okay, excellent. Now if you can bring it into your elbow crease, give that a shot. Good, and this is where we might wobble now, we might fall, that's okay. Lift the right hand up and hook onto the left hand and just taking the gaze forward. Good job. Don't worry if you wobble. The amount of times I've fallen on this one, it's okay. Good. Nice try, guys, really good. Excellent, good. Okay, slowly drop the leg down. Good. Tuck the toe underneath, and we're going to push back to our down dog. Good. Walking our feet down to the mat. So just being aware of how we're feeling. Hopefully one leg's feeling a little bit better than the other. Good. We're going to bend our knees here, take our gaze forward towards our hands, and then either stepping or jumping to meet our hands in our forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, drop our hands down. As we inhale this time, bring our right leg back. And as you exhale, drop the knee down, untuck the toe, and take the gaze forward. Good, so we're back in our low lunge now. So pulling those shoulders back, getting that nice straight line across the back. If we need to, pop the cushions underneath or pop the yoga blocks there. Good, we want to have a nice, easy way to breathe here. So the chest should be nice and open. Good, and bringing the focus back to our breathing. So nice slow breaths. Excellent job. Pushing the hips forward if you'd like a little bit more. Just making sure we can still see our toes. Excellent job. Now bring your left hand to the inside of our foot. Walk the foot out to the side slightly. Good. So we can either stay here, or if you'd like, come down onto your forearms for a little bit more. Okay, this is a really deep stretch. Make sure that knee's not falling out to the side, so keep it tucked in. Good. Keep your chest as open as possible. Breathing here. Excellent job. And pushing up onto our hands now. Walk that foot back in, swap the hand back over to the other side. Good. As we inhale, reach the hands up above our head. As you exhale, angel wings, so draw those elbows back, open up the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades. Inhale, raise up. And as you exhale, drop our hands back down. Good. Tuck the toe underneath. Let's bring that heel in line with the right hip again, coming into our pigeon pose. Good. So our chest is nice and open. We can drop our shoulder coming down onto our forearms here. Good, and just making sure we're not rocking to one side. So keep the hips really centered. And as you exhale, you can just sink the hips deeper down to the mat. Good. If you'd like to go a little bit further, you can stretch your hands out, bringing your head down to the floor. It's completely up to you. Do whatever feels right here. Nice job. And slowly push back up into your hands, either staying here or trying to lift that back leg up and holding on. Well done, guys. Good. If you want, pop it in the elbow, lifting up if you can. If you're wobbling, it's okay. Nice job. Now, if this is something you want to practice, which is totally unnecessary, you really don't need to do this, but it does look pretty cool. You can get a dressing gown kind of tie. You can hold the dressing tie up here and hold it down here, hook it around your foot, and you can practice walking it in. Okay, you really don't need to though, but it does give you a good stretch, but there is plenty more stretches that will do the same stretch, so don't worry too much. Good, slowly letting go and drop the leg back down. Good, nice job. Tucking the toe under, let's push back into our downward dog. Walking our heels down to the mat. Good, and let's walk our hands into our feet, coming into forward fold. Good, and slowly raising all the way up to standing. Good, okay. So we're going to come into our flow now. We did this one last time. So it's a little bit faster, okay? Just do what you can. Keep looking up at me to see what we're doing, okay? Just a little bit of fun, so don't worry too much if you get a little bit lost. But trying to keep the same breathing, okay? So that's our challenge now. Try and not speed up the breath. Keep the breath really nice and slow, nice and long exhales, okay? So nice and long through the spine. So we inhale, reach our hands up. Exhale, angel wings. Inhale, raise up. As we exhale, dropping the hands down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, sinking the hands back down. As we inhale, left leg back. As you exhale, drop the knee, untap the toe. Take the gaze forward. Good. Inhale, lift up with the right hand and twist. Exhale, drop the hand down. Inhale, left hand. Exhale, drop the hand back down. Good. As you inhale, walk the hands back, coming into our half split. So straighten out that leg. Good. Excellent job. As we inhale, relax. Exhale, lower the head towards the knee if you can. Inhale. Exhale, lower the head. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Good. As you inhale, walking the hands back. Good. Sweeping the hands overhead again. As we exhale, right hand forward, left hand back, twist. Inhale, raising back up to center. As you exhale, left hand forward, right hand back. Good. Are you following? Well done. Inhale, raising back up. Exhale, right hand forward, left hand back again. Now either staying here or dropping that left hand down to the back of the leg and reach over with the right hand. Good. As you inhale, reach. Exhale, relax. Inhale. And on your exhale, windmill hands back to our low lunge. Excellent job. Well done for keeping up there. That was tough. Tuck the toe underneath. We're going to push back to our forward fold. Good. As you inhale, right leg back this time. Exhale, drop the knee down, untuck the toe, take the gaze forward. Good. Inhale, sweeping the hands overhead. Exhale, angel wings. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, lower the hands down. As you inhale, raise up with the left hand twist. Exhale, lower the hand back down. Inhale, right hand up and twist. Exhale, lower back down. Good. As we inhale, walk the hands back, straighten out the legs. We exhale. Inhale. As we exhale, lower the head towards the knee. Inhale, relax. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Good. As you exhale, walk the hands back forward into our low lunge. Excellent job. Inhale, raise the hands back up. Exhale, left hand forward, right hand back, twist. Good. Inhale, raise back up. As you exhale, right hand forward, left hand back, twist. Good. Inhale, raise back up. As you exhale, same again, left hand forward, right hand back, option to stay here, or bring the right hand back to the back of the leg and reach over with the left hand. Excellent job, guys, really good. As you inhale, reach. Exhale, relax. Inhale. Good. As you exhale, windmill the hands back into our lunge. Excellent job. Tuck the toe back under and let's push back to our forward fold. Excellent job. Good. Okay, one last little flow here. You're doing really, really well to follow this. So as we inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, drop the hands back down. Inhale, left leg back. This time as we exhale, you take the gaze forward, but keep the knee off the ground. Good. As you inhale, raise the hands up to the sky. As you exhale, bring the right hand forward, left hand back, and twist that back foot. So we're on its side. Good. So this is called our warrior two. So we're bending through the front leg, having the hands in line with our shoulders, looking over our right hand. Good. Breathing here. On your next exhale, slide the left hand down the back of the leg. Reach over with the right hand. Peaceful warrior. Good. As we inhale, reach. Exhale, relax. Inhale. Good. And as you exhale, we're going to reach forward with that right hand and straighten out the front leg. Good. So imagine you're reaching for something on the shelf. Reach as far as you can. Inhale. Good. And as you exhale, drop that right hand to the inside of the foot here and raise up with the left hand. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Good. And as you exhale, drop that hand down, bend to the front leg, twist back to our lunge. Excellent job. That one was tough. Well done. Pushing back into our forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, drop the hands back down. As we inhale, take the right leg back this time. Exhale, take the gaze forward, but keep the knee up. Inhale, sweeping the hands overhead. Exhale, angel wings. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, left hand forward, right hand back, back to our warrior two. Good, excellent job. Take the gaze over our left hand, bend through that front leg. Inhale. As you exhale, peaceful warrior. So slide the right hand down the back leg and reach over with the left hand. Inhale, reach. Exhale, relax. Inhale. As you exhale, reach forward with the left hand, straighten the front leg out. Good job. Imagine you're reaching for something. Good. Breathing here. Inhale. As you exhale, drop the left hand to the inside of the foot here and raise up with the right hand. Good. Take the gaze up to our right hand now. Excellent job. Finding our breath. Good. On your next exhale, drop the hand back down, bend the leg, come back to our low lunge. Good. Push the leg back, coming back into down dog. And walking the hands to meet the legs. Good. And slowly rolling up all the way to standing. Well done, guys. Namaste. I know that was tough at the end, but you guys absolutely smashed that, so really well done. And it will get easier, hopefully, as we keep going. There we go. But well done, it was so nice to see you, and I'll see you next week.